So, real quick, let's talk about why I don't like triangles. If you take a look here, you see how it kind of crosses over itself. It creates these poles. The poles are where you have a bunch of different polygonal surfaces that come together in one spot. Well, we don't like that because when you go to sculpt, it does really weird things. It can also do a lot of weird things when you're modeling too. But essentially what you want to do is try to get rid of these poles. So that's one of the reasons why I said I don't care for triangles. You shouldn't be anal about it and worry about every single little triangle because some of them really don't cause much trouble and some do. For instance, we have triangles here, but when we subdivide it, it comes around and the flow is really nice. So this is not creating a problem at all. But some of the other ones are creating a problem. One of the things you want to watch for too is when things curve in really close to each other. Because when you start sculpting, that's also it can cause a pinch point. It just does weird things. And you'll see, sorry about the flipping, there's something going on with the device driver. But anyway, we want to try to get rid of as much of this stuff as we can. That way we just have a really nice clean mesh for sculpting and working on. And so let's go ahead and take a look at that. So for right now, I'm going to turn off the subdivision surface modifier and we're going to start working on some of this stuff. Now, one of the things that I can say, it's really not needed here, these. Um, so we're gonna go into edit mode, we're gonna go into point mode. We'll select this point and this point, we'll right click, and then what we want to do is we want to merge the vertices at center. So that kind of takes care of that. Now we're not going to be able to do that everywhere, but wherever we can, we use whichever tools we can. So if we hit M for merge again, we're going to merge at center. So now that we've done that, let's turn our subdivision surface modifier back on, and now you can see things look a lot better. So we're going to tackle this area next. Hopefully, let's see. I think what I'm going to do here, I'm going to select that point and that point, and we're going to merge them at center. Select that point and that point, merge them at center. Now what we're going to do is we're going to switch to our knife tool. We're going to go from there to here, hit enter. Then we're going to select this, right click, and dissolve the edge. We're going to turn on our modifier again. I don't really like that, but we'll see how it goes. We can always revisit it later if we need to. But we've done a bunch of cleanup right there already. Now, another thing that I'm noticing is here, we don't need this, so we can dissolve that edge too. So you'll notice that as I work, I'll make a change, I'll turn on the subdivision surface modifier and take a look at things. Turn it back off, and then figure out what my next step is. So in this case, let's see here. Need to move that along the Y. And we can move it along the X. Just kind of clean things up a little bit for right now. I don't like the way that that looks, so we are going to have to fix it. at some point, but we got to figure out how. So if we're looking up in here, we have a triangle here and a triangle here. So one of the things that you can do, and this doesn't always work because sometimes it creates a mess, but we can come through and split those like that, which as you can see now it gives us all quads. Sometimes that works out okay and sometimes it doesn't. For right now, I think that's okay. Let's turn our subdivision up. Let's take a look at what happens if we dissolve this edge and leave that quad. Same thing here. Let's see if it makes a mess or if it helps us out. I think that helped us out quite a bit. We're still going to have to deal with a few issues down there, but I think overall it's not too bad. So we do have this triangle right here, which I don't like. So we're going to come down over here. Let's see. Split to there. We may end up bringing that all the way up. I don't like that either, so we're definitely going to have to deal with that. We do have a triangle here, so another thing that we can do we can go from here to here, hit enter. We can go across these and hit enter. And that'll leave us with this that we can dissolve. I hope they get that driver issue fixed because that popping is annoying. Alright. Trying to think if there's anything we can do here. I'm okay with that though. We'll just have to see. I don't like this. Down here could be a problem also. Sometimes you can't avoid it, but when you want to try to keep it to a minimum. So looking here, we have two triangles. So let's dissolve that edge. And then here, we're going to take the knife and we're going to split right across the back. Alright, in the next video we'll take a look at the chest and see how we can clean that up.